Oh baby, Kim Kardashian is spiraling and trying every trick in her well-worn PR book. But this time, it's just not hitting like it used to. The streets are talking, the blogs are buzzing, and let's be real, Kim's trying to outrun a title. Wave of bad press that's got her looking pressed, panicked, and a little pathetic. First up, that random $50 Skims surgery mask. Girl, what? Not only does it look like leftover scraps from a Dollar Tree Halloween costume, but people are dragging her for the price tag when you could get the same thing off Amazon for $8 or hit CVS for under $4. And let's be honest, whenever Kim drops something bizarre like this, it's never just about business. It's a timeline distraction tactic, plain and simple. And what's she trying to distract us from this time? Oh, just a string of public humiliations that even her best filters can't cover up? The real tea? She's still low-key, stuck on Tom Brady, yes, that Tom. But here's the kicker. While Kim's doing her usual smoke and mirrors routine, Sweeney is out here living the life Kim thought she was destined for. Reportedly, Sydney snagged the attention, the glam invites, and even the Barbie-esque roles Kim was quietly angling for. Not only is Sydney young, hot, and headline-grabbing, but let's keep it all the way real, she doesn't have 4 kids with Kanye West and a history of reality TV overexposure. She's fresh, she's bankable, and she's giving new era it girl, while Kim's moves are starting to feel like echoes of a previous chapter. Now, back to this Brady mess. Insiders are saying Kim really thought she was on her comeback fairy tale arc with Tom, but it turns out she might have just been a well-disguised the whispers. She's trying to keep up the illusion of something romantic, but Tom's out here moving, like, don't even think about holding my hand in public. Phew. Not Kim being reduced to a rumored side story in someone else's spotlight. And baby, if Sydney really did outshine her at that billionaire wedding while Sanchez was allegedly giggling behind fans, it's clear the queen of the media game is losing her grip. Stay tuned, because this isn't just about skincare masks, it's about a legacy that might be slipping through perfectly manicured fingers. Let's really unpack this mess. Because baby, the tea is boiling in. It's not just about a billionaire wedding or a luxury face mask. The real issue? Kim Kardashian felt invisible. And that's the one thing she's spent her whole career avoiding. Word on the street is that she was shook at Jeff Bezos' wedding after witnessing Tom Brady, the man she allegedly has a major crush on, give all his attention to none other than Sweeney. And let's not act like that wasn't a public blow. This wasn't just flirtation, it was symbolic. Sydney was everything Kim used to be, young, adored, and in the spotlight. For all the right reasons, but here's where it gets extra bitter. After 2 years of Kim cozying up to Bezos and Sanchez, playing nice, posing for photo ops, doing that fake Hollywood friendship dance, Jeff turned around and dropped $1 billion investment not in Kim's Skims, but in a rival lingerie brand connected to Sydney. Phew, that's not just rejection, that's betrayal. People are calling it the Amazon effect. You partner with the indie name, learn their game, then replace them with your own clone. Funny enough, that's exactly the kind of move Kim's been accused of for years. Karma's not just a theory, it might have worn a tux at that wedding. Multiple outlets confirmed. What Kim won't say out loud, she felt sidelined at that wedding. Tom Brady was out here being the eligible bachelor of the night, and instead of Kim being the queen bee on his arm, he was allegedly out here romancing Sydney, all while Kim stood there watching it unfold like an extra in someone else's fairy tale. And it stung hard. Add in the fact that Tom's also been linked to Sofia Vergara, and suddenly Kim's looking less like a love interest and more like a placeholder. Let's talk optics. Tom Brady may be giving Kim late-night phone calls and real estate advice, but publicly, he's embarrassed. That's what the insiders are whispering. He's fine being her low-key connection behind closed doors. But when it's time to hold hands, show up as a couple, or even defend her during that Tom Brady roast, he vanished. Let's not forget Kim showed up for that roast, got publicly clowned as a ho-ho-ho. And Tom didn't just laugh along, he let that moment ride. She was so humiliated. She had the producers cut that segment from all future airings. That's not a power move. That's a panic edit. So now, Kim's trying to spin the narrative. She's releasing overpriced gimmicks, calling up paparazzi, and pushing the idea of mystery relationships. But beneath all the gloss and glam, the truth is raw. Kim Kardashian is no longer the main character. She knows it. Let's be real, this wasn't just a bruise to Kim Kardashian's ego, it was a full-blown emotional sucker punch. According to sources, Kim walked into that billionaire wedding with high hopes and perfectly curated expectations. She knew Tom Brady would be there, and in her mind, this was the moment. The soft launch, the we're still talking energy she wanted to radiate. But instead, all eyes and, more importantly, Tom's attention landed squarely on Sweeney. Not only did he ignore Kim, but she allegedly told friends she felt completely invisible. For Kim Kardashian to say that, that's a breakdown in motion, and the humiliation didn't stop there. Tom's not just entertaining Sydney, he's been living his best unbothered life on yachts in Ibiza, with Dakota Johnson, Kate Hudson, Brooks, Nader, and Sofia Vergara, whole carousel of Hollywood's hottest women. They've snapped him cozying up and smiling like he's in his prime romance era, while Kim's left doing emotional triage through PR stunts and overpriced face masks. The quiet part out loud. Kim's having a meltdown because she's facing a truth she's fought for years. She's no longer the it girl, and that's hitting her deep. Insiders say the years of being single are beginning to mess with her confidence. Sure, she still looks incredible, no one's denying that, but the narrative around her has shifted. She's in her 40s, she has 4 kids, and the fairy tale rebound she thought she'd have post-Kanye hasn't materialized. And speaking of Kanye, people are finally separating his wild antics from her image. Once upon a time, she could pin the chaos on him. Not anymore. His actions no longer define her, but that also means her own choices are in the spotlight, unshielded and exposed. And here's where the game gets even murkier: the Kardashian media machine. You know, Kris Jenner runs a tighter ship than the US Navy. She monitors every headline, controls every narrative, deploys bots in the comments, and manufactures Yes Queen slay culture to maintain relevance. But the system is starting to crack. People aren't just blindly buying the hype anymore. The public is clocking that Kim's not trending because she's doing something, but because she's reacting to something. Whether it's getting overshadowed by Sydney, ignored by Tom, or watching Bezos pour his billions into a rival brand, it's clear Kim's throne is no longer secured. And if you think Kim's going to let that go without a fight, you clearly don't know how deep that competitiveness runs avan with her own sisters. This isn't just celebrity drama, this is an identity crisis unfolding in real time. And we're all watching the queen of curated perfection realize she might not control the narrative anymore. Now here's where the truth cuts deeper than any headline. People keep asking, what could Kim possibly have to worry about? Baby Kim knows exactly what to worry about, because she knows what's real and what's just smoke and mirrors. She knows which comments are organic and which are pumped by bots. She knows how many brands are actually reaching out and how many are quietly ghosting. She knows when a campaign is thriving and when it's only breathing because her name is propping it up on artificial hype. The numbers behind the glitz, Kim sees them all. And lately, that reflection ain't been kind. It's not just the looks though, let's be honest. Kim's obsession with her image is starting to show. Some fans are whispering she's just one surgery away from an emergency room feature on Botched. The nose can't get any tighter, the face pulling tighter than a drum. At this point, even Lindsay Lohan's surgeon might need to be called in for a soft reset. Because behind the filtered selfies and perfectly timed paparazzi strolls, Kim's chasing the it girl ghost. And she's realizing the rooms she used to dominate are now quietly mocking her behind closed doors. And those whispers, they're turning into giggles. Industry insiders know what's bought, what's fake, and who's really being checked for. That's why Kim's breakdown isn't just about Sydney, Sweeney, or even Tom Brady. It's about a woman watching her cultural grip slip away, while everyone else just watches with popcorn. Let's not forget, there was a time Kim really thought she and Tom Brady could be a thing. Divorced, famous, rich, with kids, it seemed like the perfect rebrand. But then reality hit. Sydney is half her age. Okay, fine. But then Tom goes on a date with Sofia Vergara, who's older than Kim and still giving 10 times more heat. That's when it all clicked. It's not about age, it's about energy. And Tom? He ain't looking for a PR relationship built on late-night real estate talks. He wants fun, freedom, and a face that doesn't come with a media machine watching every move. And don't forget the viral moment that reignited the fire. Reports from TMZ Sports claim Tom was blown away by Sydney Sweeney at the Bezos wedding. Not just polite conversation, he was actively trying to dance with her at the bar, locking in on her like she was the only one in the room. Pictures went viral. The body language loud, the energy fresh, and where was Kim? Somewhere in the background watching a role she once owned, now being played by someone else. And that's what's got her spiraling, not just losing the guy, but realizing she's no longer the fantasy, she's just the fallback. Hugh, child. If embarrassment had a name, it would be spelled KM right now. Because, let's talk about it. Tom Brady was spotted walking through Venice with Sydney Sweeney and Orlando Bloom. Like it was just another casual day in the life of Ellis. And even though nobody's confirmed the dating rumors, the energy was all over the place. And the real kicker? Sydney didn't even seem that into Tom. That's right. The man Kim has allegedly been chasing from coast to coast, dropping hints, planting stories, showing up at events just to accidentally bump into him. Man, the girl half her age he's thirsting after. She's giving him the okay boomer side eye and moving right along. That's not just rejection, that's humiliation. In 4K, and let's not sugarcoat it. This is the kind of midlife pop culture crisis Kim Kardashian has been trying to outrun for years. She's built an empire on attention, desire, and image manipulation. But now, that image is cracking. Sweeney has unknowingly become Kim's competition, and it's a fight Kim is losing badly, while Sydney is out here effortlessly catching billionaire glances and headlining conversations. Kim's trying to rebrand herself as Aryan, Barbie but baby. Barbie season is for the new girls, not the veterans, still remixing PR relationships and skincare launches. And the sad truth, it's not just about being replaced. It's about knowing you've been replaced and watching the world laugh behind manicured hands. Because you better believe Sanchez is giggling somewhere, sipping champagne on a private jet, while the woman who spent 2 years trying to infiltrate her circle is now getting curved by the same man and overshadowed by the newer muse. Oh, the irony. So, where does that leave Kim? In a very public, very uncomfortable spot. The one thing she's always fought to avoid, becoming irrelevant. Her days as the unattainable standard, the headline queen, the first pick, they're fading. And with every viral whisper, every unbothered glance from Sydney, and every closed-door snub by Tom Brady, the message gets clearer: Kim's not the moment anymore. So maybe it's time to hang it up, Kim. Give those beautiful babies a kiss goodnight. Log off. Recenter. Because this chase for validation, it's turning into a slow, painful fall from the throne. And no amount of skims, surgery, masks, or strategic photo ops can rewrite that. Not this time. But hey y'all, what do you think? Is this all just petty gossip, or is the crown officially slipping? Let me know in the comments. And trust, if Lauren throws more shade, that's another video for another day.